Hi everybody, I'm Dominic from Ask Me DIY. This month, the beginning of October, where it normally starts getting cold out. I mean, geez, yesterday it was 90, today it's like 45. And now we're looking to put our heat on. And we had it off all year long, and yeah, you could just go to your thermostat and say, bam, give me some heat. But that could be a little dangerous in a lot of different ways. For the whole winter, you don't know what happened when you turned it off, animals crawling into stuff, change some filters. So let's go inside and we'll start changing some filters and then we'll get into it. Okay, now we're inside the house, obviously. Now, in this house, we have a forced air system for both our air conditioning and our heat. What that means is that the air that's in the house, we're gonna suck it out. So the cool air that's in the house, it's gonna get sucked in from the return into the furnace and then blown back out through your vents in the ceiling or on the floor, depending upon what you have. Doing that, we have one of these, okay? It's real important. You should be changing it at least a couple times a year. Me, not so much. This is a brand new one. You look at it, it has a little airflow detection. Yeah, not detection, direction, which way the air is gonna go. Like, I don't know, does it really matter? The heck if I know, whatever. This is one of our return. In this house, we have two of them. We have one downstairs and we have one upstairs. I'm gonna go show you basically how to do it. Now, I know what size I have, which is a 14 by 30. The one just means 1 inch thick. Now, if you look up in here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a lot of spider webs or dust or whatever it is. Paintbrush works good. Just do it off to the side there so you're not breathing all of it in. Okay, now we're gonna open this thing up. Oh. There's my old one. Look at the difference on that one, huh? Now, being dirty, that's going to restrict the airflow. Restrict the airflow, you don't have as much. It's going to cost you more money to heat. So for the price of one of these, change it. Get that out of the way. Now, changing one is real easy. Just take one out, throw it back in. But I want to clean this dust up because I'm here and I think it'd be a good idea. I mean, take 2 seconds with the, say a paintbrush, a rag, or whatever. I mean, not going crazy. Nothing crazy. Our airflow. There goes my phone. No idea. Boom, boom. Where is it? Where's my little arrow? Jesus, just seen it. Oh, there it is. Airflow up. Position the air filter in place. And you want to do all this really simple. Now, on these, we have these little tabs that you pull down. Some could be really hard. These were really hard to pull down. And boom, there's our filter back in place. Now we're going to go upstairs and do the other one, but I won't bore you with that. Okay, now we went and we changed our 2 filters for our return. Now we're at the furnace. Now, like most of you, when was the last time you seen your furnace? I haven't seen mine in a while. It's down here in the basement and it's pretty dusty. So what we're gonna do, now this is a furnace, which means hot air. If you have oil fired, this is gas line. So it's gas fired furnace. Furnace meaning forced air, right? You could have oil as well. So you'd have a burner down here on the bottom here and you would know it, okay? Kind of like a different video, but I don't have that to show you, so I'm showing you a gas forced air. Remember that return I was showing you for the air coming back? That's through this whole big trunk, runs throughout the 2 levels of the house, all comes down here. So your cooler air in the house gets whoom, all right in here. It gets heated up and then pushed back out through this insulated one here through the rest of the house. This particular unit, I put it in. I know it was expensive. It's like 97% efficient, which means all these covers are sealed. Really good. I mean, like seals on your door. But before we take it apart, I want to look at. Got some spider webs. We want to get those out. Got some dust up here. A lot of dust up here. Okay. And so we want to clean all that up. We want to make it look good. We want to look for anything that might be kind of wrong. Okay, now being that this unit is a 97% efficient one, we don't have a big huge chimney, which a lot of the older houses in yours probably does, that you'll have a big metal flue coming out, going into a masonry chimney. Now, it's one of those, you definitely want to take it apart, open it up. I wish I had one here to show you. Best I could do is just tell you to do it. And look inside that. Give it a shake, get the dust, the old rust out, stuff like that. This, my 2-inch PVC pipe, this is the actual chimney for this furnace. Now, this house is 4,500 square feet. That's a big puppy for that. And here's my little teeny chimney for that. I mean, it's pretty intense, isn't it? And this just goes, whoop, boom, right out the side of the house, right? Boom, right there. It's pretty cool. I even have one here on the hot water heater, which is the same way. That's called a direct vent. And this is our return here. Now, we have a stopper on here. They say you could do it this way, which takes the ambient air within, the house, the room, and sucks it back up for that. Or we could reroute that to go outside again. I'm like, I did it that way, okay? Anyway, enough for my unit here. I'm gonna open this one up here and let's see what it looks like, and then we can get this thing fired up. Okay, now that I opened up both halves of this, and I see, actually I see a little mouse poop in there, or some ice cream sprinkles. Not sure which one it is. I would hope they're ice cream sprinkles, but I don't think so. Got a little rust going here, scraped it down, because this really should not be sitting on the concrete floor. Long story. So what I want to do, I mean, everything looks good. I don't see any animals in here. And that's really what we're looking for. Things like that, okay? I'm just going to give it a brush. Of course, the unit, before I forget, turn off the emergency switch or the breaker, wherever you may have for your furnace, before you even attempting to go in here. So you see here we have electrical control panel. We don't want to start shorting that out, even with the littlest bit, and then because then you're gonna have bigger problems. I'm just gonna, brush this down and then vacuum everything out of it, close it back up, and fire it up. And as I fire it up, then it's going to be really hard because this has to be closed, so they say, for us to get a real correct burn on this. But I'm going to do our best here, my best to show you. Okay. All right, well, I just turned my furnace on. Direct vent, this is a blower, so it's evacuating any gases that are in it. It's heating up the element, okay? If you look in here, you see the element that is heating up. That you're going to need before any fire can happen. So it's not, it's like the old style pilot, but the new style, it's an element that will heat up, glows red hot, and then boom, and then it lights up. Okay. Now, let's see if our camera guy can get in here. All right, this is important. Now, the furnace just lit. So in order to really tell about our flame, we want it to really heat up for a while, a good 5-10 minutes. Now if you look in here, we have a bunch of what looks like little flamethrowers, or big ones actually. Okay, now what I'm looking for is the blue. I'm looking for that blue flame, blue being the hottest. Okay, now what happened, that all this flame heated up the heat chamber in there. A sensor reads it, it's hot enough, and now we're going to turn the blower on, which is a big fan, which is down here. So right now, the whole system is blowing. It's sucking the return air to our new filters into here, and it's blowing out the hot air from on top of that. And that flame, for what I'm looking for, the flame looks good, it's clean, they're all lit. Again, very important that they are all lit. What we don't want to see is a big yellow flame, right? That we don't want. That's going to mean that, actually could mean a lot of things. Things are just not working so well. And now we're going to close this up. And on this one, we got a little sight glass, and I can actually see a little bit going on through there. Nothing like we just did. And that's tight. It's good. Okay, we got one more little project I want to show you. Very simple. So what else can we do? It's October. It's the new season for the heat. What else can you do to your house? Okay, this time of the year when we do our filters, we check our furnace, the next thing you really want to do, because I can't think of anything else that you do on a regular basis on your house, I mean like a yearly or 6 months or whatever it may be, is change the batteries in your smoke detector. And the reason why I say this is because this one just went bad. It kept on chirping and freaking me out in the middle of the night. So good time to do it. I don't even know how many I have in this house. I mean, I bought a whole bunch of 9-volt batteries. So throw that one out. Replace the batteries in your smoke detectors. I mean, look, I'm not a fire guy or anything like that, but hey, I know if I got smoke and fire, I want somebody to tell me before I burn like a hot dog. Anyway, good time to do it. You were warned or advised. I advised you, didn't warn you, I advised you.